We're about 2/3 of the way into January, and if you could use a reminder, the best games are actually still coming in the month's last few days. Now, considering it was a pretty slow month so far, we actually just came across possibly the biggest batch of new games of 2024, and here's over 20 new games you can pick up for free on your Android and iOS right now. First things first, we don't really know where this thing even came from, but it's here, and it's probably the best game we had hands on for months. We've got here something called word Chushpana. I believe it means someone that doesn't really belong to any specific gang. Or, well, the game is also called Grand Mobile. This is a new Russian developer's work, a 5 out of 5 rated so far, open world fighting game with over 100,000 downloads since just days ago. It's a free game, playable offline, and about 150 megabytes in total. Play it.
Теперь запомни, ты теперь пацан, ты теперь с улицы.
With almost 5,000 downloads in less than a day. I'm number 2, a quick honorable mention over here because it's in soft launch phase. Plants vs. Zombies 3 finally hit the Play Store, and it's set to be coming out fully next month. This time, in the new game, in case you haven't tried it through early access on PCs, you get to defend your home and build up a town and also compete in competitions to win prizes. There's new plants, new mods, and graphical improvements, in addition to a bunch of new things. This is also EA Games' official release. Moving on to number 3, possibly the coolest action strategy game we're gonna come across for at least the next few months. In case you missed it, we've featured something called Reflash. With north of 100,000 pre-registered players in China, it's actually the first work of its developers, and after months of wait, is now globally available on TapTap, although still in Chinese. You're gonna need a translator app. Anyway, Words actually has that the English version is coming out mid-2024, bringing over possibly the most cinematic and story-driven strategy game in its own kind.
Can you describe what you saw?
Yeah, officer. I was there when it happened.
Moving on to number 4, with over 50,000 downloads since last week. We've got here probably the equivalent of the famous Police Sim 2023, although slightly tuned down and retitled over here, Patrol Officers. Available on the Play Store only, this game is an open world patrol simulation where you have to arrest criminals, check people's IDs, and give tickets. Very good sim, here works offline and has a ton of missions, easily above 20 hours of replay, free, about 550 megabytes in total. Good game.
If you're ready for the smallest,
Been around for over 7 months, although through pre-registration. Available globally now since yesterday if you missed out on this one. And number 5, we've got Micro Survivor, which is kind of like the same deal as the previous game. I'm sure most of you remember the PC game, the Microsoft exclusive game, Grounded. The game is a minimalistic action strategy where you have to build, defend, and occasionally fight off bugs twice the size of your character. It's a pretty decent game, but 1 gigabyte in total, free, and this is how it looks really. At number 6, I'm not really sure whether this is a tricky recommendation or not, so I'm gonna just tell you the bullet points over here in case you missed out. Guys, Love and Deep Space is above anything else in the list, and not just graphics. The atmosphere, the story, the gameplay. This thing is at the same time a visual novel, a Final Fantasy game in graphics and looks, and a Devil May Cry game in action. Pretty much hitting all three at their perfection. Highly realistic and a little heavy for a kind of a non-gaming phone, but it works on my Samsung A34 and it's pretty cool. It's about 4 GB in total.
Embark on an irreversible journey. Let us wield light as our sword to cut down the falling stars blocking our path.
As the cosmos dances to the tune of eternity, life will reach the fathomless depths of deep space.
The tide is about to rise. And this time, an oath will be sworn with Lemuria's blood.
Coming in at number 7. First off, coming from the famous developers of the 10 million downloaded Massive Warfare, we've got here Battle Cars, which is another 5 out of 5 rated Google Play exclusive and a PvP vehicle combat racer. Offers different modes, different cars with unique abilities and a very, very smooth gameplay. Now this thing has actually been around for a few days and already downloaded over 50,000 times. Super graphics for just 300 megabytes, it's playable offline, and it's got some of the finest, the most addictive PvP you'll ever play. Bethesda Softworks officially went on and launched the Elder Scrolls Castles out of its early access on Android and iOS in selected regions. However, they actually said the full game is gonna be released within 2024, possibly by the end of the year globally. The new game, for those of you new, Castles, which is from the same team who brought Fallout Shelter, is once again a kingdom management or a simulation game that has you controlling a castle and your dynasty. It's just the same deal as the Fallout Shelter, except it's a medieval setting. Pretty good game. Coming in at number 9, we've got here a running first-person shooter. Well, first off, let's just say the looks can be deceiving, but this thing is exactly that. And it's not a well-made game, but quite good-looking. Well, have you ever played the old Into the Dead mobile games? It's basically that, only made by a small team. You choose a gun, start running, and have to either shoot or avoid zombies, otherwise you're just dead on the ground. Pretty cool game, looks good. It's about 1 GB, it's a big game though, and plays offline. If you could afford the 1 GB, maybe give it a shot. Available through on and off betas for almost a year now. Finally on the Play Store in its finished form at number 10, in case you missed it, we've got Demon Slayer Hunt. I like to think one of the underrated games on the Play Store and a decent atmosphere for an action RPG. In fact, it's pretty much inspired by Blizzard's work. Even the voice actors, they make you feel like you're playing both a Diablo and a Warcraft game at the same time. Just check it out. Folks behind this one is actually the same who are in charge of the upcoming DC Dark Legion. It's a big game. That being said, premium territory. A couple of quick mentions over here if you wanna act quick. Citus 2 is available now on the Play Store for free for about 4 more days. It's actually the most detailed and highest in quality rhythm-based anime game on the platform. I mean, so good it's already purchased over 1 million times, and it's a paid game. It's a $2 mobile game. Free now, pick it up on the Google or the App Store. Either that, or you could also pick up Data Defense, which is a 5 out of 5 rated tower defense $5 piece of a mobile exclusive that's out for a few more days to pick up for free. It's pretty simple abstract style classic, not that good looking, but a pretty challenging game, and it's free now. Here's today's honorable mention, starting with Wheelie Up. Pretty good game, let's take a look.
Dark Arrival.
Fight for survival. Are you ready? Choose your class.
Woohoo! Let's give them hell. Yeah! Help! We require assistance. I'll take care of it.
Copy that. Lay it on me.
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Help! Help!
아들아, 아빠가 늘 미안하단다. 아들아, 날아올라라. 나랑 눈 마주치지 마라. 이런 무기 처음이지? 가왕 장비올 시대. 일단 한 곡 땡겨 보자고. 엉뚱생뚱하고 기상천외한 대환장 삼국 파티가 시작된다. 골 때리는 삼국지 그 잡채.